Well, welcome to my channel Mispronounced Adventures. My name's Alex, and welcome to my 4x4 MAN TGE adventure campervan build to replace my much loved Ford Transit, which I spent the last 4 winters living in the Arctic in. Now, I like a good rack. Why? Because you can get lots of accessories to put on them. So on my Ford Transit, my roof rack has lights, has the big light bar at the front, around the sides, and then I've also got my whole DVR camera system mounted to them running around. And that roof rack itself, I made about 5 years ago using aluminium tubing and aluminium clamps from the hand railing and scaffolding industry, painted them black, and it cost me a few £100 because 5 years ago, safari style roof racks were all the rage, and I wanted something like that on a budget, so that's what I did. Now, 5 years later, I'm on my MAN, and I've got a new roof rack, because once again, I need a good platform to build and mount all the things that I want to mount on it. So I've bought myself one. I've bought myself the new Yakkt Roof Rack Pro Series, which is a plate style roof rack, as I like to call them. I don't know if they have a proper name or not, but the plate style roof rack. Now, one of the reasons I'm not making my own roof rack again is because the MAN TGE and VW Crafter, their roof slopes at the back, and they don't have threaded bolt holes unlike the Transit does. They've got holes in the roof which you can bolt through, which we'll get onto when we install the rack. I also realised I now need new jeans because these jeans have got more and more tatty as the videos have gone on. The other reason I wanted to go for the Yakkt rack was after speaking to Jamie, who owns the company, he was pretty convinced that it would work with my van. I say that is because I have a roof pod on my van, which gives me about 30 centimetres of extra space, but the roof pod is on the inside of the rack mount, so I still have access to all of the roof rack mounts. And he was convinced with a little bit of modification that his roof rack would work. So this video is about installing the Yakkt Pro Series roof rack, show you what you got in the box, and a small amount of modification in my specific circumstances to get it to work. So let's have a look in the box. So here is the expensive roof rack I've bought. It is quite expensive. So this is not a paid review for Yakkt. I did buy this myself. After chatting to Jamie, he did give me a bit of a discount, but I was buying his roof rack anyway, so it still cost me a good penny. Those are all the components. So first thing I noticed on the box for the ship weight, it says it's a 25 kilogram ship weight. So that's pretty good going for the rack to be less than 25 kilos. So what's in the box? So we've got 3 roof bars, which are, I think, probably 30 by 60. Those are the crossbars. Now I can't fit all of my crossbars in because of the roof pod. And then in here, we've got nicely all packaged as well, so it's not getting scratched. The front fairing, which has some holes in it, which I'm not sure what they're for, and whatever 400 FF means. So this is good size for a 52-inch light bar. I don't have a light bar at the minute, so I'm open to ideas. Should I go for a big light bar, or should I go for the multiple big pods instead of 2 amber and 4 white? Big pods or light bar, what should I go for? Whatever I want. DRL is something I want on it. So that's the big fairing that goes to the front. Next up is the back bar. So this is the bit which is going on the back of the van. This is the bit I need to make a new little bracket for, just to extend this further back a little bit. One of the side pieces, so all those others are 4mm, this is 6mm aluminium, and here gives you a good example of, you can see how much the van's roof slopes back. Through at one end, look at the back end, so that's one of the sides. The other back piece, front section, and the other front section. And a box of bits and bobs, which we'll have a look at in a second. And let's have a look in the box. Right, we got a bunch of brackets. So these are the brackets for the corners, for the back pieces. Two more brackets, not entirely sure where those ones go. Maybe the fairing at the front. So we'll find out when we install it. Some plates, I guess we'll find out where they go as well, although it probably binds the 2 sections of the front and the back of the rack together. All of these pads, which these go on the roof of the van skin, and then on top of it the roof rack pad goes down. It's a big old stack of those. So I've just made them quite dusty, so I might wash them up. Big bag of stainless steel fixings for all the side rails. Stainless steel bolt, stainless steel nylock nut, stainless steel washers. Bolts which go into the ends of the cross beams, and those are threaded in the ends, so that will go in there. Fairing bracket. So wherever the fairing is attached, that's the parts for them. Front fairing ×8. I thought these are actually the little bits which go into the bodywork. The front fairing attaches via one of these crossbars going widthways and then bolts to the front of it, hence all the small holes on the front. And connections, that's for these plates, I'm going to assume, which join everything together. And these are the roof rack bolt mounting points. So I've already got a few bolts on my van because it used to have a roof rack when the previous owner had it. So he just had some bolts in them. So I've got to take those off and then take off the covers for some of the others all the way along both sides. And all these bolts, these are part of my pod where it's bonded and bolted to the roof. So I've got to take all of those off. So one of the reasons I'm doing this now is I've got to put all the cabinetry on this, and this is going to cover up access to these bolts. So I would rather do them now so it's easy to get to them before winter, even though it's an expensive purchase, where I could be spending that money on other bits of the van. I'd rather get the roof rack on now so I can get the lights sorted, get the cameras sorted, but also just have the access to where these are going to be bolted. Unlike the Transits I said earlier, the Transit had welded in threaded areas. This is just a hole through which you have to bolt. So let's get these off. Now my worry is these are glued, these are sealed in, so hopefully they're not going to be too difficult to get them all off. Well then, I guess I'll just push these bolts out so they're unstuck. Right, guess time to get the step ladder out and clean the roof off. So we've got a bit of work to do removing these. I think when he's put these bolts in, there's been some sealant in them. Yeah. Right then, time to start getting these off as well. I'm going to try a heat gun to begin with. Right, let's see how well these come off. Yeah, pretty well. Let's see one of the ones covered in sealant does. Yeah, heat gun makes short work of them. Right, it seems a short blast with the heat gun gets the part nice and sticky, peels off, but if you go for too long you end up melting all the glue, then you have to scrape it off. If you just do a quick blast, the whole glue comes off in a big panel. Right, time to move the step ladder up. Right, I think I'll get some sticky stuff remover just to spray on that and help to get some of the remaining tack off. Right, that is the majority of the holes all cleaned up. Sticky stuff remover and then isopropyl alcohol just to clean up the surfaces really, although they're not getting glued down, they're just getting a rubber gasket. Right, laid out all the bolts. So it goes top bolt, roof rack, between roof rack and van, washer, nylock nut. Right, let's go find Joe because I'm going to need a hand doing this. Right, time to get the rack mounted and I need a wonderful assistant because someone's got to hold the bolt on the top, putting it through the roof, and then someone else needs to bolt it up from underneath. So I'm going to go on the roof and you're going to bolt from underneath. Yeah. Cool, right, up ladder I go. Okay, let's figure out the middle plate now. Time to do the alignment on this section next. Right, that's one side done. We'll get this all tightened down after I've got the front in. Let's do the other side. All right, next job, assembly of the front fairing. So this is the outside of it. That's the inside. For this, we're going to use one of these and the front fairing kit. Oh, there you go. Just slide those in. I guess roughly align them. These slide into the end of the track and have a little sprung bearing on it, so it pushes them out. And then we're going to bolt through, and then when that bolts through, that's going to pull against the inside of the aluminium track, locking it in place. Right, they look roughly aligned. Let's see how close I was. Not far off. There we go. Easier once you've got one in. Right, let's start getting all the others lined up. If you don't tighten them down to begin with, you can still slide them along the bar. Now the fairing and the bar are the same width, so line these up so they're nice and flush at either end, and then we can tighten them up. There we go, one fairing prepared. And here's the previous mentioned bracket. This goes between the fairing and the main side panel of the unit, and then you have two extra bolts which go into the long crossbar which is bolted to the fairing. Well, there's all the easy bit of the rack done. Still got to put the crossbars on, but next I've got to start figuring out the back bit and then still get everything tightened down. Now this is the bit where I need to do some custom fabrication. Normally vans don't have the pod and the back bar comes to about here. Now I have the pod in the way, so with the brackets in the back bar are not going to fit, which means I need to make a custom bracket, which is fine. So this is just an L right angle, so I just need to make an extension piece which comes out. I need to find out how far I need it to come out, really. This whole neck section is really just relevant to me and my van build. Normally you can just use their supplied 90-degree brackets. So I want it to come out 10 centimeters further. And the way I'm going to do that is off eBay. I bought some aluminium, 6mm, which is the same as the width of the side profile, of the side piece of the rack. And I'm going to cut me just a 10 centimeter bracket bolt, and then that's going to get bolted on there. And I'll make another little bracket to level it out again, and then that will get bolted onto the main rack. And then I'll round the radiuses and paint it, make it look visually reasonable, good match to get it up. So let's get that. So I need a 10 centimeter cut. Right, we'll get back when this is all made. Well, there's most of one side bolts. Those two plates bolt through to each other. Now I just need to work out the spacing here. Right, it's a new day and these are my finished parts. It might not make a lot of sense there, but let's start getting them assembled. If I can remember the orientation. And that edge isn't meant to line up, that is done on purpose. Right, at this moment in time, I do not have the correct bolt, so I am going to order some more black stainless ones, but we'll just get it bolted up anyway, so we can get it on the van, and I will fix the bolts at a later date. Well, there's one bracket assembled. Let's do the other one now. Right, we'll come back to this when this one is done. Right, two finished brackets. Time to get the actual back piece mounted up. I think the best way to do it would probably be line this down flat. Definitely running out of the right bolts for this. There we go. That's rather neat. More bolts. Rack made. Oh, let's see how well this works then. Right, let's start getting it in place then. Well, fits on the back. A little custom bracket, I'll get the correct bolts at some other point, but yeah, happy with that. And the reason I wanted a rack like this is it's a platform. So I've got 6 of these ordered, which a few people have been using, and it means I can just, well, simply bolt them on there to the original rails. And then I'm going to have my side lighting down the back of the van. Same for the back, although I drill some holes for them there. Yeah. It does also leave me still with about 75 centimeters of original roof with the pod and the front of the bar for me to mount, well, the fan on, which I might be going for a pneumatic arc air plus, or even the aircon unit or something in the future. Right, facts and figures. So above the arch it adds about 10 centimeters, and below that ridge it's about 13 centimeters of extra height at the front, or extra height of the van. From end to end you're looking at about 146 and a half, or you could exclude the material thickness if you want to put your solar panel in the middle of it. That does also mean that your 52-inch light bar would fit, because it's 57 across. Fit it into there, or I guess you could go for the big pods if you wanted to. At the back of the van, it adds is about 17 centimeters, although it's not making the van any higher. It's just the rack is taller at the back because the van starts to taper down more. For me, I still have, what is it, about 15 centimeters to the top of my pod. So I think long term, I'm going to make a bracket which goes sort of a bit like that, up and over. Crossbars will link it, and then I can have my solar panels on top of the pod. I haven't given you the length measurement, because that's going to depend if you have the medium wheelbase or the long wheelbase version of the van, but all the details are on the Yakkt website. So the first bit of this video was the install of the Yakkt new Pro Series rack, and I've now had it on for quite a few weeks, and this is filmed at the very end of my Arctic season, round 5. And how I've been using it. I couldn't be more happy. I like how it looks in shots, and I've got plenty of photographs throughout this course of this trip with it. And Jamie, the owner of the company, is probably sick of every time I send him a photo of his logo next to something cool. The actual plate style roof rack itself is a nice way to encase my roof fan, my Starlink, my gland box to stop them getting directly hit by wind whilst I'm driving. And when you watch the upgrade videos for this van, it's been a great platform to start the accessories I'm going to put on the van. So I've got the lighting up on there, which is working great. And in the future, I'm going to put my camera system on it. And since I've got a taste for designing my own aluminium parts, much like when I made the bracket for the engine preheater in this van, which is also a product I'm going to make available, I'm going to design some solar brackets for this, so I can have some brackets which just come up and go over the top of the pod that come off this roof rack, so I can then mount my solar panels on it. Most normal people, you would just use the crossbars, but I've got the big roof pod in the van. And if you are interested in some of the Yakkt products, I do have a code for them, and that'll be in the description below, and that will get you some money off this roof rack. Now, I like Jamie's work, so I've got some more plans. I'm probably going to buy some of his back door systems for the van, and I'm thinking I'm going to mount probably my spare tyre and an aircon unit on the back there. So I'm liking Jamie's work, being well designed, and that's it. So thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Cheers, bye.